broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
He hooked us up.
So we're gonna get a hippie beat.
Okay.
He's like, oh, we know the guy
I
likes
can't
that.
dance, but this is it.
Likes that
Keep
beat.
it here, keep it low.
Love it. Welcome world. Welcome everyone to the after show for the Grinder recap at AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm Stephen Helmcamp. You can find me at Stephen Helmcamp on Instagram and Twitter. I am joined by the one, the only, the lovely, the best, the most beautiful.
No, keep it coming, keep it coming. Nah, and he's done.
Who is she?
Hey guys, Leslie Ambriz here. You can find me on Twitter at InLessThanNoTime with just one S. I might change it soon, make it a little easier for you guys.
Yeah, it's about time. The
I
one
said
S.
maybe. I said maybe.
Whenever you tell someone your at handle name, do you not always have to say with one
Yeah, because
S?
if not, they'll type in 2 S's and they won't find me.
But don't you get annoyed having to tell them that?
No.
Be
No,
honest.
because then they're like, oh.
Be honest. Truth serum
Uh-huh.
injected. Be
That
honest.
was dumb. No, because then it starts a conversation, and they're like, "Oh, why'd you pick that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just thought it was clever." And they're like, "Oh, really? Tell me more about yourself." And then the end.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Not.
No, it's a thing, okay?
Okay. Let's talk about another guy who's probably got an at handle name. I don't know what it is. Your boy, Colton Hayes.
Yes, dude, I got jipped.
Right in the. I thought he was going to be in the show,
the actual
not
show,
in, like,
yeah.
the Grinder.
No, he was
the
in it for
Grinder
2
show.
seconds, which he did great. Awesome acting skills there. Didn't expect that.
Turned up the drama knob
He did.
all the way up. He and Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe, a little sketchy, a little drunk in the corner. We never seen him so sloppy
getting
before.
his lean on. Colton Hayes, I recognized him. I kind of think he and I kind of look alike, and I looked him up on.
Okay.
Oh, whatever. Not trying to toot my own horn, but actually, I mean, he's the type of guy that I go out for auditions against, and I looked him up, and he did. He's big on Arrow. Show Arrow. Have you seen that show?
Arrow.
CW.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I've heard of it. I think I auditioned for that.
Did you really?
And then Teen Wolf, Jackson Whitmore is his character. He did 25 episodes.
Did you also audition for that?
I did. Congratulations, Colton Hayes.
So we know who
did
the
a
better
real
actor
good job.
is.
Yeah. Okay. First
I'm
of all,
kidding, I'm
it's
sorry, that was
out of the
mean.
actor's control.
I
A lot
know,
of times.
I know.
It can be like you remind the producer too much of his ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, so that way he
That's what
doesn't
your
want to be
acting
with you on
coaches
set or
tell
something.
you.
You could be, you're too tall, and the female lead that they already cast is 5 foot nothing, and I'm 6'1", so it's like not gonna
Do you
work.
tell yourself that when you lose an audition and
Those
go
are
in the
facts, Leslie 1S. All right, so Colton Hayes, yeah, he's good. He didn't have enough screen time for all the
car?
ladies.
Maybe we'll bring him back. You
Maybe.
know, everyone else has kind of come from Dean's World, so maybe he'll.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe if all the fans, I'm sure he has a lot of like teen fans, are like, hey, we want
Sure.
to see him on the show more.
if you're in the teeny,
Boom,
if
it
you've captured the
happens.
teeny bopper audience, you have captured the world.
Pretty much.
Your fan following is ridiculous. Like Justin Bieber, he's lucky he got that bopper audience, because
They're gonna keep him going forever.
do you think if Justin Bieber tried to break in like now, or when he was like, or when, like 25 to 30 at that age range, and he tried to come in, do you think he'd be as big as he is?
No,
Or
not
even
at
get
all. I
in?
mean, look at, like, quick recap. Jonas Brothers, used to be obsessed with them. I was one of those teeny bopper girls.
Yeah.
They had their thing.
Me too.
Kind of fell. Were you really?
Yeah.
Fell off the face of the earth. And then boom, Nick Jonas comes in, his new solo album, killing it, but he
it's
still
good.
has that huge fan base of all those girls that were
what I'm
obsessed with
saying.
him.
Yeah.
They're just a lot older now. And even Joe Jonas comes in with DNCE, and he has all the older fans, but he also gets the indie fans
Who are loyal.
from doing
They've been
the,
with him.
like more electronic music. Yeah, so you know it
Yeah,
works.
those are the loyal
If they
fans.
were to try to come in now, it'd just be like, oh, it's just
Be a
another
different-
pretty boy trying to be Justin Timberlake.
Agreed. JT, that's my dog.
Not a lot of people can pull that off, but JT can.
I think I could.
Good luck with that.
All right, so
So cocky today.
it's funny that Dean then says the bit before the episode launches is about his Grinder character getting grounded and emotional, and that is a big thanks to the network for doing that. So I felt like they kind of like gave a little applause to themselves.
Little applause. And did you find the grandfathered reference? Was that a reference to John Stamos?
Grindfathered. Did you think so?
I thought so.
Could have been. Yeah, you're
Because they're
probably
like
right. I
they're
didn't even catch that.
competitive, you know, it's a thing.
On the same network?
They're both trying to fight for that airtime to get into season 2. So
Yeah.
I thought so.
That's why I love this show, because they make subtle hints. You know, they you got to read in between the lines to kind of catch everything, and it's really funny and creative. So I think that was one, and what you just said was one too. So the big bit here is Fosley is a big potential client. He's from Fosley Motor or something. We even went back to rewind it. We weren't able to see what he's seeking new representation for, but he is. So Dean really wants, or Stewart really wants to land him. Right?
He's like the big guy, the huge. He's like the what? Like the Hilton of Idaho.
Of hotels, but in cars, motor cars. Motor cars, because there's another type of car. Electric now, hybrid maybe. Let's go with that. Moving on. And so, of course, Dean wants to come right in and give his 8 cents
little grinder
to the whole thing and be involved in the whole thing. Do you ever foresee Dean like stepping back and just saying, "Okay, I'm gonna sit this one out"?
No,
you guys
never.
Take
It wouldn't be Dean if he stepped back.
Right.
And even if he did step back, he'd be doing something behind the scenes that we'd later find out about at the end of the episode.
To mess it all up. So Deb then has the brilliant idea to have Jillian, the therapist, aka Maya Rudolph.
The best.
Dope guest star.
I love her.
Yeah.
I wish she would have been a little more funnier on this episode, though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she could have had more one-liners, or she kind of played, they pushed her back a little bit and like made her a little bit more conservative, where she didn't be her funny self, I guess, because she's usually a lot more eccentric.
Yeah. It's like you got MJ in the building, but he's on the bench.
Exactly.
Michael Jordan.
Oh, I was thinking Michael Jackson.
Were
I was
you-
like, he could sit too.
Were you really thinking Michael Jackson? That's why I had to say Michael Jordan. That's so funny.
I don't know
Gotta
sports,
clarify.
okay? Get
Yay,
over it.
sports.
Beyonce.
So yeah, I agree with that. You got a super talent in Maya.
Hopefully they utilize her in like the next few episodes, because I
Yeah.
think she's staying for about 3 or 4.
Oh, well, there goes my news and gossip.
Oh, sorry.
There it is. News and gossip a little early.
Was that really your
Maya
plan?
Rudolph's going to be for 3 or 4 episodes. There it is. I'm going to say it like this because that just killed me.
You'll be fine.
So Deb says, yeah, have Jillian talk to Dean so she can tell Dean to back off
chill.
of Fosley. Because there's this dinner happening between Stewart and Fosley, and Dean's like, yo, I need to be there. The grinder needs to be there.
With his dramatic bar entrance.
So that kind of backfires, which is a common theme, and I like it. It
24/7, all the time.
When in doubt, go to the
Stu's
backfire.
always going to be the crazy one in every episode.
Absolutely, and we did not lack that here at all. So Stewart goes to Dean to just kind of lay it out on the table, which was nice. And we did see him say, "You're staying here for the long haul. You're here for the long haul. I'm embracing that." That's the first time that we've heard that, right?
Yeah, he's kind of mentioned things here and there, like hinted towards it, but more in the sense of you staying, or Dean staying in the house. But this is the first time that he mentions it, like you staying in the office as a lawyer.
Yeah.
He has his own fancy schmancy office now with his grinder memorabilia everywhere.
Whose office did he take?
Oh, they said the guy's name, but I don't
Arroyo's
remember.
or something? Yeah.
Someone that was irrelevant and has now left the series. I don't know.
There was just happened to be an open office. That's how it works in TV. So Dean says no to therapy. He's not really for it. Pushed back initially. And so the dinner takes place. Fosley and Stu are at dinner, and it's going moderately well.
He's schmoozing him over, doing a good job.
And then Dean does his classic grinder interjection from the bar, all smooth and suave.
Like, were you just waiting for a good time in this conversation
I
to jump in?
like that. It was almost like Dean met his match a little bit. Like we'd seen him meet his match in Timothy Olyphant, but it was nice to see him meet his match in like a no-name actor. You know what I mean? Just like this guy was a guest star or co-star in this episode. And he really kind of pushed back and kind of left Dean a little speechless.
He was real sassy, yeah. But like subtly sassy, where it was very monotone and you wouldn't have been able to catch it.
It was smart sassy.
There we go.
Smart sassy, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Dean was a little apprehensive and kind of like, whoa. It's almost like Fosley gave Dean a self-realization. Mm-hmm. Like, I know what you just did. Do you know what you just did?
He was the pushback that we now lost because of the other guy leaving. What's his name?
Wait,
Oliphant?
who?
I said
Yeah. So that was cool. And then Fosley then ends the dinner and just says, yo, I'm not feeling it, guys. And what he says next, I think Stewart has been dying to say the entire season, but hadn't had the guts to say it.
Yeah.
What did he say?
About you have a ball. What was it? Wait. I wrote it down. you have a chain to your ankle. There we go.
With a brick on the end of it.
Uh-huh.
And that brick
is holding you back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you saw him kind of come to Stewart's aid a little bit, which most people are not this whole season, right?
He always ends up crazy, yeah.
He looks like the crazy person.
Yeah, always. Yeah. Always losing it. Just losing his mind, trying to be logical, and nobody else understands.
Well, when he said that, you saw Stewart kind of look at Dean like he didn't interject. He didn't come to his brother's defense. He let it settle. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean,
because that's how he feels.
He kind of wanted Jillian to say it, but he got Fosley to say it.
That's because Jillian got real schmoozed over by Dean really easily.
Think she got the grinder effect?
Oh, yeah.
Did she get activated?
Yeah. I mean, she was totally on Dean's side the whole time.
She got activated, not agitated.
She got activated.
So now, come on back, Leslie, one asks. So now,
back.
Jillian is now pushing Dean to be more involved in the meetings and to be more involved in the law firm. So here we are.
Which is the exact opposite of what Stu wanted.
Totally. So we got the backfire again. So, and then the other conflict of the whole episode was Deb in between two bosses. Have you ever dealt with that before? Been in between, like,
no.
You have a boss, like someone who pays you, but then you have like a direct supervisor, someone who's like your day-to-day boss.
Have I like had bosses like that set
Yeah,
up
have you
before,
ever had
or
that
had
set
like
up?
an issue with them?
Well, one, have you ever had that set up before?
Yeah.
And you've never had that type of issue where like one boss tells you one thing, the other one tells you the other?
No. Or I usually will like check and be like, hey, so-and-so said this. And yeah, I haven't really had like a bad issue with that or anything.
Oh my gosh, I have.
Do you have stories?
Yeah,
Please
I do.
share.
I can't. It's like confidential.
Oh, really?
But yes, I have totally been in that place where
like you got fired or you had to quit?
I'm good, the bosses, but like my direct boss and the other boss were like not on the same page. And so that happens in corporate world and other jobs and stuff like that, and it leaves the employee like between a rock and a hard place. So
ouch.
Yeah, that was very relatable. It was cool to kind of see that that happen with Deb, to give her like a little bit more of a storyline versus just being the mom at home. I always forget she has a job. I'm like, oh yeah, she works.
Oh, she doesn't just wear business clothes for fun. Okay.
She makes money. She does other stuff and just hang out at the house.
She's a smart woman.
So
there you go, Deb. Holla to the feminists again.
Holla. Okay, Beyonce formation.
There you go. We worked it in.
Hey.
What up?
So she quits her job. Boom.
She's done. She's, what was it? Taking the wheel.
Would you ever just quit your job and not
take
tell
the wheel.
Fix it, Jesus. Would you ever just quit your job and not tell your husband?
I don't know. I guess if it was really bad and it was in the moment, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
Like you just had to get out of there and you found the opportunity to leave, so you just boom, bounce out, and then you get home and you reveal the news to everyone, you know?
I feel you on that,
I mean, because what's she gonna do? Like, hold on, I'm thinking of quitting. Hey, Stu, you think I should quit? Oh, okay, bye. Hey, guys, I quit. Like, no, you don't think about it in the moment if it's like such an emotionally charged thing.
Yeah, I'm tough. I'd stick it out.
Really?
I'm all about keeping the paychecks coming in, keeping the money coming.
Oh, I've totally quitted. I mean, not married, but totally quit a job where
Without,
I was just
like,
like,
another
I
job
can't,
lined up?
like I can't do it anymore. Yeah.
Without another job lined up?
Well, I had another job. It was like iffy. Like I didn't know if I was gonna get it or not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
She had a safety net.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
I mean,
it
it
was
could have
iffy.
fallen through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She went out no net.
She just did it.
Free jumped.
Following her
Boom.
heart.
I guess so.
Somebody
Jesus, take the
quotes out of
wheel.
that.
That was a big deal. So for Stewart to get the news in the middle of this huge dinner, trying to land this big client, It's a lot
Poor
to
thing.
juggle. Yeah, I mean, you're like so in the zone focus right now. You get interrupted by that's life altering. I mean,
Yeah, because he's gonna have to work more hours now.
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna happen? They have 2 kids that are in school. Their dad lives with them. Like,
they're gonna have to stop shopping at Whole Foods and go to Trader Joe's. Like, things happen. My dog's not getting Blue Buffalo anymore. He's got to go to the cheap
what
brand.
is that?
Like,
Is that like a fancy dog food?
my dog gets the fancy stuff.
Of course. Why am I not
He gets
surprised?
the organic fancy stuff. Hey,
Do you have pajamas for him too, and like little coats?
he's got some outfits. I'm not gonna lie. He's got a sweater.
Okay.
He's got a vest with like a fur, fake fur,
Oh, good.
fox fur. And
Faux?
when it's raining for 2 days a year, when it rains in LA, he's got a little raincoat vest.
That's cute.
I'm
Okay.
getting wet out in the rain, man.
He's a dog.
Yeah, no, a wet
He
dog.
just shakes it off.
But then he comes in the house. He's a wet dog.
Then
and
you wash him.
I do bathe them, but
You're so bougie.
you can't
So
bathe your dog
bougie
too much
Hollywood.
because then their skin gets all irritated, and you can only do I do it like once a month.
Is this? Are we switching to a dog 101 after
I can
show?
talk about my dog all day. So Stuart is obviously agitated, not activated here, because his wife quit his job and he just wants to focus and land this client. But then the whole dinner turns to Dean has done his magic and won Fosley over, right?
Yep. Somehow, some way, he worked his way. Trying to win therapy. Dean always has to win at everything, which in this thing, when he was like, okay, we're going to win therapy, we're going to do great at it. And suddenly, because he comes in the season, now he's like, okay, I'm a lawyer, I'm going to win at being a lawyer. Now he's like, oh, I'm in therapy, I'm going to win at being at therapy, and I'm going to act like I'm everybody else's therapist. Which I was like, Dean needs to take a chill pill.
Have you not heard the phrase, and you don't live by, if you're not first, you're last, Leslie?
What?
You never heard that phrase? If you're
If
not
you're
first,
not
you're
first,
last?
you're last?
Talladega Nights?
No,
Will Ferrell?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Talladega
No.
Nights?
No, I haven't seen a lot of movies. I feel
With-
like a lot of people know this now about me.
What? You know who Will Ferrell is,
Yeah,
right?
obviously. Yeah.
Okay.
My
He
friend
did-
almost ran him over with the car once.
Really? Like on the street? He was a
Yeah,
pedestrian?
he was driving to work and Will Ferrell was walking by and he was like, "Oh shoot!" and like hit his brakes.
That's the beauty of living in Los Angeles. You can almost hit a celebrity randomly on the
He's
street.
alive
You're
though.
driving.
He's good.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's still working.
He's still doing movies.
Talladega Nights. You need to see that.
Okay,
Hilarious.
I'll put that on my list of films.
So, yeah, Dean wants to win at everything. Dean is now coerced. Coerced?
Coerced? Yeah, you're good.
Was that
I
good
mean,
the
you
first
did
time?
say Fox for earlier instead of Foe, so you know you're.
Oh, it's not Fox?
No, you thought it was Fox. You didn't hear me correct you. I was like, Foe.
It's really Foe?
It's Foe. Yeah.
My entire life, I've thought it was Fox until this moment right
Are
now.
you serious?
Swear.
Oh, what an epiphany. No, it's definitely Foe.
Wow.
I think
I
it's
can't be the only
French.
one that says Fox.
No, I'm pretty sure other people have, but like usually they put that in shows and movies because the people
bet.
are kind of ditzy, you know. So
I bet some of you guys back home say Fox.
if you
watching.
say Fox instead of Foe,
For
tweet
sure.
at this
I'm totally
homie.
not the only person. You guys all learned something. No, I'm not even embarrassed by that. All right. So Fosley's like, attention is turned to Stuart, saying, yeah, what's going on? So he reveals the information.
Kind of kills it for everyone.
Reveals it, yeah, and then lays into Dean because he's just kind of fed up. At this point, he's kind of like, whatever happens with the client, but you shouldn't even be here. You're the one who's doing all this stuff at therapy.
Just
Told her to
very
grab the wheel, and now
unprofessional.
she does it or whatever. But he's like at a boiling point. He's just kind of like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we see him kind of lose his cool there. And then Dean grabs Fosley's arm when Fosley goes to get the check. Which I think they kind of dropped the ball here. Because when that happened, I was a little bit unclear. It wasn't clear enough to be a physical assault. It wasn't clear enough that like Fosley has an issue with people touching him. It was just the guy grabbing his wrist. There should have been something at the top of the episode where Fosley was physically assaulted has a fear of
Or,
being
like,
touched by
mentioned
other
something,
people
yeah.
or something. You know what I mean? The stakes have to be higher there. So when Stuart grabs his wrist, and then Fosley's like, "Oh, you're just grabbing my wrist pretty aggressively."
But I feel like
So
that's a
what?
sign in like a lot of like they do that in a lot of TV shows though. Like
What?
if it's like between I've seen it on I think there was an episode of Jane the Virgin, and she's leaving, and what's his face? Justin Baldoni, the actor guy, he like grabs her wrist and he's like, no, like wait, and they were getting in some argument, and in that moment she's like, let go of me, and that's like the boom. Oh, that's like the boiling point.
But they were in an argument.
Yeah, but that's like the boiling point of that, where they're kind of in an argument in the grinder, but it's more of an argument with Stu and Dean, but it's being disrespectful to.
You think this was as heated as that, Jane the Virgin?
No, I don't think it was as heated, but I'm just saying I've seen it like happen where it can just be like. That,
okay, so you
like
see what they're trying to do.
It's like a universal like symbol of someone showing some type of aggression with such a simple motion, you know?
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
And I see maybe they were trying to do that. Likely they probably were trying to do that, but they didn't do it. You know what I mean? There should have been something at the top of the episode where that would have been the call.
I think that would have helped like clarify it better, but I can definitely, I don't feel like it came out of left field.
Okay.
And then plus we see that Stu bumped into Dean in that one episode, and Dean for some reason all of a sudden freaks out and is like, oh my god.
In this episode that happened, yeah.
So I feel like that
and that
might
was a
have
little
been
weak too.
That might have been an indicator for this next thing.
Still weak.
But even that, yeah, I agree with you on that. Even the first part where he accidentally like hits Dean walking out, that was completely random. That was like a joke that they accidentally left in the script.
There's got to be something established at the top of the episode before that happens, so we can be like, oh, it happened again, or oh, that's what they were talking about earlier, you know?
Or like, oh, you keep running into me, something that kind of
fix it, Jesus.
led to that.
And then we have the funniest scene of the episode, the therapy session.
Oh my god.
That was good.
I loved it. I learned about multicam now. Thought that was a thing.
Yeah.
But it's just normal.
Yeah, you have multicam, which is like the Big Bang Theory. I mean, they're like a dying breed right now. Big Bang Theory, Last Man Standing, where you have multiple cameras filming and it's like different cuts and there's like a live studio audience. Then you have a single cam hybrid, which is like this show, The Grinder, Modern Family, the quick pitches, the quick cuts, quick comedy. And then you have like a single cam, which is just like Breaking Bad. More boom. And then the boom.
See, because I thought it was something, because I remember, and just referencing older shows that I've seen, and like Gilmore Girls, there's a scene where they're all in an argument, and it's cutting so fast, like everybody's point of view in the argument, that you don't even, like, it's very, unless you were paying attention, you would be completely lost. So I was like, oh, maybe that's something that they're trying to do here, because everyone's arguing also.
I think it's probably the hybrid.
So I didn't know if that was like just a film technical thing, or if it was actually like to enhance the comedy.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah. Quick cuts.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yep.
Now I know.
So the therapy session was really funny. A lot of quick cuts. Stu totally made out to look like the crazy person again.
Oh, poor thing. One day he'll win.
Yeah, it made me like the way that scene went down. It made me think that Stu is the lead of the show.
Oh.
That scene just gave me the impression that he's the lead of the show.
In what way?
But who is the lead of the show? Is it Rob Lowe? Or is it Stu? I guess you have to say Rob Lowe because he's a bigger name.
Rob
Lowe, and I guess
yeah.
there's more footage on him, but I think like there's
he's
like
the grinder.
Rob Lowe's number 1, and then Fred Savage is like 1.5.
Or it's like Rob Lowe, the pretty face, and Fred Savage is the one doing all the work.
There's one on the call sheet, like 1, and then there's 2.
Oh really?
Rob Lowe's number 1.
Oh.
Right? It has to be.
Probably.
But that scene made me feel like the show is revolving around.
Or maybe just this episode.
Yeah.
We finally see more Stu in the lead instead of Right? I think it's just an episode thing.
Yeah.
Because it's always Rob Lowe's storyline and like his guest star that came in, and then here we finally see Stu, and we saw one person come in from what's his face, Rob Lowe, Dean's past for like 2 seconds, and then everything else was people revolved around Stu.
Yeah. You know what else? You know why we laugh? You know why we laugh at Stu? Or okay, you know who makes it funny in that scene? Who makes that scene funny?
Jillian.
Nope.
No, I thought her reactions were funny.
Nope. You know who makes it funny?
Who?
Stu. We laugh at people's pain in comedy. And Stu is in so much pain because he's made to look like he's an idiot when he's like the most sane person around these 3 juggernauts here. But in comedy, we laugh at people's pain.
Oh, that's true.
So Stuart's in so much pain, you know, and that's, I don't know.
So that's where
I
was laughing at Jillian's reaction, but there we go. I just learned so much about the acting world in this show.
Thank you. All right, should we move into predictions?
Let's do it.
Okay, predictions.
Oh, we still get fun music.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
Ladies first.
Ladies first. I'm going to go with, I want to see Colton Haynes come in, but actually come into the show and not just be on The Grinder, the show within the show. And then I'm still rooting for my school episode. Still want to see that happen. Still want to see more of Lizzie and Ethan. I think that'd be hilarious. Or even if Lizzie doesn't get anything, if we could get like an Ethan storyline again, because the storyline that he used to have with that one girl when Dean was giving him advice was hilarious. So if I could see a little bit more of the kids, I would like that.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Okay. My prediction is, I'm just totally free spitballing here. I was gonna say.
Don't admit it. Say it with confidence. People would never know.
No, I'm spitballing. So what I'm saying here is that we know Maya's gonna be back for 3 or 4 episodes. I don't know. I lost it. I guess it's just gonna be something like.
What I just thought of.
What?
If we found out. Sorry, I'm saving you.
Like,
if we found out
I lost it.
that Fosley and Jillian were somehow related in this mess.
Ooh.
Like maybe she was telling Dean to get involved because she knew that was going to mess up the deal because secretly she's related to somebody or knows somebody who
Fosley's paying her.
wanted, yeah, or maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could see that one, but
There's got to be more to Maya Rudolph, her character, than just her being the go-to therapist.
she can't just be a therapist.
Yeah, there's got to be something more in depth with her there. Something more funny.
Maybe her and Deb will like develop a friendship.
That'd
be kind of funny.
Broke.
Yeah, maybe she needs
She's
a job.
unemployed.
She starts working
Who knows?
at this therapy place.
Yeah. Okay, I'll roll with that.
That might work. There you go.
All right, we'll wrap it up. That's all for us. Leslie, where can we find you on Instagram and Twitter?
Find me on Twitter at In Less Than No Time.
That's right. And you can find me at Stephen Helmcamp on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Check us out every Tuesday night at about 8:30 p.m. Pacific time.
8:39, YouTube later.
And tweet us, and we'll hit you back. See you next week.
See you guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.